That's putting a lot of pressure on this
Giants.
kid.
That's the Giants.
And you know the bad thing too, it's not like a quarterback. It's not a position where he can control his happen. If he has a bad offensive line,
right,
and he only rushed for like 4 or 5 yards, that's not his fault. You know, but
there's a couple of weird things with the NFL. You know, talking about the Broncos. When Peyton Manning won his Super Bowl, who did he kiss? Do you remember who this was on the field? Papa John.
Oh, God. I don't know if he kissed him now.
I say his name Schnatter.
Is he? I think he's losing his.
He's losing everything.
He's losing everything.
I think Papa John's.
He still didn't.
I still didn't hear what happened. I know what happened, but I didn't hear.
His answers get better and better. That's all I can say. His answers get better. There was some kind of it was a marketing or a sensitivity class, whatever it was. He said that he was made to say, which I love. He was made to say the N-word. Yeah. Made to say the N-word.
But you know what?
And then he said that Colonel Sanders used the N-word. For one, Colonel Sanders has been dead for many, many years. And Colonel Sanders' family's like, he didn't use the N-word just because he was a Southern gentleman. I mean, you're making some assumptions, but you know, it's like still, let the man die.
But when it rains, it pours. Now they say, it's not a millennial-friendly company. They say this, like all these different things that nobody cares about.
Hey, what's your name? Who are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
Kevin from Queens.
Hey, Kevin from Queens. How you doing, pal? No, we're just talking about Papa John and his
I see.
Not popular in Queens, I would guess.
And his just ridiculous. Hey, this is a stupid guy who sold pizzas. All right, you know, that's what he, at the end of the day. But his name was all over the University of Louisville Stadium. Has to be taken down. I mean, he's all over. He owned that school essentially.
Just can't get a break.
No, exactly. But it's like Patino and Papa John.
But do you know where the basketball team plays? Right?
They're like, hey, you know, they probably want Patino back. Hey, he paid black guys. he didn't say bad things about them. Bring him back.
You know.
You guys haven't mentioned so much on the Yankees not pulling the trigger during the trading deadline. Do you think Aaron Boone and Cashman is set as far as just having the right chemistry with the team, like going forward?
No, I think they're going to get pitching.
Yeah, I think they'll do something.
I think they're going to get started. You know, the problem was the guys who were at the top of the heap for pitching, and J.A. Happ and I guess Hamels, have gotten roughed up their last 2 outings, right? So I think they're definitely going to help their bullpen. That's why I say I look at that guy from like the closer from Pittsburgh. I think it's Vasquez. I could see him winding up a Yankee. The Yankees are saying, and rightfully so, are saying no to too many of their prospects. Everyone wants, you know, Justice Sheffield. They want Clint Frazier. They want who's that guy? His name ends in an L. It's Ethereal or he's a Florial. Yeah. I mean, it's like these are guys who are non-starters. You're not going to meaning that you end the conversation right there. You're not going to trade those guys.
Sometimes you got to sacrifice guys.
That's exactly right. So then it becomes who are they going to sacrifice? I don't think they're sacrificing Justice Sheffield.
No,
I would say
they would trade him for Machado.
Here's the guy you won't trade. Bring him up. Let him pitch.
Yeah, I think they'll call him up.
Let's see what he has. Yeah, let's see what he has to do.
Do you really trust him in the playoffs, though, gentlemen? Come on.
Well,
he's a rookie.
If you get him now, I mean, I know it's a poor example with the Mets, but when they had Gesellman and Lugo in 2015, those guys became World Series pitchers. Same thing with the Astros with Colin McHugh and Charlie Morton. Those guys became World Series pitchers. Charlie Morton won 2 Game 7s.
Yeah, I get it, but New York pressure, gentlemen, is a lot tougher than playing in
I mean, it goes without saying, but who are they going to be importing? They're going to be importing a J.A. Happ or Cole Hamill, or I don't think Madison Bumgarner's coming here, though I think it'd be kind of cool. If they want to be bold and trade 5 guys for DeGrom, I think the Mets pull that deal. They just got a 3-headed GM right now, so it's going to be hard to do that. But if you say, all right, we'll do, and I also think that the Yankees are playing in very coy with Andujar. I think the Yankees don't think Andujar is all that, but they're letting people build him up to be the best. They don't want to touch Gleyber Torres. Torres is untouchable. But Andujar, I don't think he's got a terrible glove. And I think they know that, but they're going to say, look, let's everyone go crazy for Andujar. We'll trade him when we get the right deal for us. Not necessarily this year, but sometime, maybe in the offseason, when Machado gets on that team. But, I don't they're going to have to trade somebody away, but it could be lower-level prospects. You know, like for Happ and Hamels, you don't have to trade a top prospect. You could trade a guy who's doing very well at AA. You know.
Can you guys name the 5 starters for the Yankees rotation, please?
Well, we know it's Severino. We know it's Tanaka.
CeCe.
We know it's CeCe Sabathia.
Right.
The Montgomery hurt? Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Tommy John.
Tommy John. So it's Jermaine.
No, it's Tommy John.
Jermaine.
Tommy John.
Tommy John. It's Herman, whatever his name is, Chacon, whatever his name is. And it's pray for rain, right? I mean, kind of stuff. But they need 3 in the postseason. You need 3 starters. So
2.5
is Severino and Tanaka. I'm perfectly fine with as guys, and Sabathia is Sabathia. He's a lefty. You need a lefty in the postseason.
Hopefully, he doesn't have problems again like last time, a few years ago.
Is he better than Hamels? Is he better than Happ? What starters are out there right now in terms of?
Right.
We also got to see today's July 19th, so we got to see who falls by the wayside. If a team is out of it, do they start dealing a pitcher?
I don't think Tampa's trading their pitchers because now look how good they're doing this year.
Tampa's got the right guys to trade, and they're doing too well.
But I think they're going to say it's a fluke year for them that the Yankees and Red Sox they're just doing too well, right? You hold on to what you got. You got an over 500 record, and you see what you can do with it next year.
That's right. Yeah, I mean Snell's a great pitcher,
right?
And there are some teams that weren't expected to do well that are doing well. The Braves. The Phillies, guys who might have been teams that would have been sellers on their pitching staff, they're doing too well. The Phillies and the Braves are doing too well.
You're forgetting the Brewers too, gentlemen.
Well, the Brewers for sure, and I mean that's a team and the Brewers have the best prospects in baseball to trade. The fact that the Brewers couldn't get Machado is odd.
Matheny got sacked, right?
Yeah, Matheny was fired. Yeah. So that's the team, but that's the team the Yankees would look for.
It's the location.
Yeah, exactly. It's too obvious.
The thing with Matheny, he never seemed like an upgrade from La Russa. It's very hard to.
And he was recommended by La Russa. But no, the Cardinals have pitchers that are the kind of pitchers that Brian Cashman likes. Now, are the Cardinals going to trade those guys away? I don't think so. Well, they could. Right. They could because they need to get prospects. And if the Yankees are willing to give prospects to the Cardinals, we'll see how it is because Joe Girardi's coaching that team next year anyway.
Right, right. I was going to ask you guys, since Jerry West dropped the ball and not getting Kawhi, what does that leave the Clippers going forward?
If I was saying before that the Clippers should be calling up Kawhi's agent and saying, look, your guy is never going to the Lakers. We're in Los Angeles. We play in the same building. You don't want to be in Toronto, so don't be in Toronto. Be in Los Angeles. Sure, you won't be a Laker, but you'll still be in Los Angeles. And I think when you look at being outside in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, you'll be a little more happy being in Los Angeles, California versus being in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, rather.
There's an Ontario, California.
There is.
How do you tell Kawhi that brand of basketball if they don't know how to win? Meaning they'll be like the stepbrother, how like the Nets are to the Knicks. It's very tough to sell that, gentlemen, especially to we play like him.
No, but the thing is, he just angered. He PO'd Greg Popovich, who's a beloved figure and character in basketball. So he doesn't really have a lot of things on his side right now. He's a guy who the word is out. Might have jaked an injury and been a malingerer and is trying to force a trade to one city and one city only. And he's crossed Popovich, a beloved guy who's beloved for a lot of things that he does on and off court. So, they're going to be like, he's the bad guy. He may or may not be, but he's the bad guy in this. So he doesn't really have a lot of things that he can play with because they're going to say, fine, sit this year out. You can be the disrespectful millionaire who's leaving $20 million on the table. But no, based on the collective bargaining agreement, this year doesn't count. So you can sit out all this year, all you want. You can sit out the next 5 years. Doesn't matter. You're not getting paid. And B, you're still stuck as being property of the Toronto Raptors. So that's hardball. That's what they got to play. So that's what the situation is. It's like, fine, you want to be a baby? I'm going to treat you like a baby. And that's what it is. He has 20 million reasons to play. So, And he's also, the clock is ticking on his career. He's a machine. He's a human being. A human body is a machine. It's got a finite number of dribbles and jumps and everything inside it. We've seen how, look at Carmelo Anthony. We see how these careers they fall off a cliff. Basically, you could be the best in the world, and then tomorrow you're just not, and that's kind of what happens. So
maybe he should just play on the court with his hood on.
Hey, he hates speaking. That's the other thing. Go up in Toronto. No one's going to bother you. They have like 2 beat writers, so he can enjoy himself up there.
I was going to ask you guys. I know you guys were talking about the Trout incident earlier. What does Mike Trout have? I know you had Subway, correct?
Yeah, in terms of national ads, see, there's the funny thing, because when you have a baseball game, baseball is a local game. Sure, there are national broadcasts pretty much every night on ESPN, but like on Saturdays there's a game of the week, whatever. But those aren't national ads like the NFL. You're watching national games. You'll watch the Lions play the Broncos and not care, and you'll see an Aaron Rodgers State Farm commercial. You'll see, just insert all the guys we know that are in commercials. So Mike Trout's got local commercials, is what he has. He probably has all like the California Chevrolets or whatever he has. He doesn't have national commercials. He's got the one Subway, but kids know Bryce Harper. I'll say that much. Bryce Harper is so immensely popular with the kids. His shoes, his clothes, whatever it is. So he's got the national kind of audience. He does commercials and the like. Trout doesn't. Trout just plays baseball really, really well. I mean,
from South Jersey, that's it.
Yeah, that's
South Jersey. What marketable is
you know, and he doesn't. You know, the other thing is he's making his money, so he doesn't necessarily have to. And he's also playing 162 games.
And I don't know it's required from the job to have to be an advertiser.
Yeah, and he's not a Yankee. Well, let's use Aaron Judge as a counterpoint. Aaron Judge hits monstrous home runs, and Aaron Judge is 6'7". I mean, he's a Yankee.
Oh, he's getting his commercials too.
But he's a guy. But he's a quiet guy, and he's got bad teeth. Aaron Judge is a quiet guy, but he's a Yankee. He's huge, and he hits huge home runs. So there's three things right there that you remember him. He's memorable. He's memorable in every sense of the word. Bryce Harper has wacky hair. You know, like he's memorable. Odell Beckham had wacky hair and made great catches. Yeah. Memorable stuff.
There's a Pepsi bottling plant in Lindenhurst, and there's a huge Aaron Judge banner as you walk in.
I mean, Mike Judge has short hair. He's not. Mike Judge.
That's the guy.
Beavis and Butthead and Family Guy, right?
Office Space.
Office Space. But Aaron Judge, he wants a swing line stapler,
and that's going to come in on Saturday.
Aaron Judge is he's a Yankee, so it's Derek Jeter. We know who he is. He's a Yankee. Plus, he's got postseason success.
It's the location.
Yeah, and also postseason. The Angels don't play in the postseason. Altuve is about 5'8", but he was in a World Series, right? So now we know a little more who he is.
It's also to do with location too. I mean, if we didn't live here, who would we be hearing about? Whatever's in our city. If we lived in Cincinnati, we would be hearing how bad the Reds are.
Canada's own Joey Votto.
Yes.
I had a question for you guys. It's a little bit off topic, but a couple of weeks ago, you guys were talking about bagels. Can you guys just go around the room and just let me know what type of bagel you guys get and what type of cream or?
Very good question. I'm finding it, and these guys are more than kids, but they're still kids. That kids don't go for the crazy things anymore. I always liked a salt. I love a salt bagel. Kids like salt bagel or an egg everything bagel. An egg everything, really.
Yeah, I get everything.
And so, how about you, Mark?
Well, it depends on my mood. My standard is a lock spread.
What kind of bagel?
Either pumpernickel.
Oh, pumpernickel. That's 7-year-old man kind of stuff.
Or everything, or plain. Always. I like it. I like the fresh bagel toasted too. You ever toast like that?
Oh, fresh bagel's nice. Yeah. Well, that's what Lenders. Lenders are always good toasted. Not real bagels, but Lenders.
If you had to guess which one is mine, which one would you?
Plain.
No.
You like the rainbow bagel?
No.
That's a new thing.
Cinnamon raisins.
That's a good bagel too.
Cinnamon raisin and some cream cheese or whatever.
Cinnamon raisin smells good too when it's toasted as well.
Yeah, definitely.
But for some reason though, when I'm in Penn Station, I get jalapeno cream cheese bagel.
Boy, wow, that's Jeez Louise, that's
you don't have to use the bathroom.
Yeah, that's more of a bodega bagel. That's really not.
I've done the bagel carts before. That's all like a bagel with cream cheese for $2.
Right,
bad mistake.
I would think
the coffee is okay.
Let's see,
coffee probably helped.
Yeah,
bad mistake.
well, the job that I'm working at now has free coffee. So
no, I always love. My standard was always when I lived in the city. I'd always get a toasted salt bagel with butter and grape jelly, because I love one thing. I love when you go to a diner and they give you the grape jelly packets, I always put them on my toast.
You like butter and jelly and not cream cheese and jelly?
No, I like either. I hate cream cheese, so I like butter and jelly or peanut butter and jelly.
I
hate cream cheese.
That's the first time.
But all these places now have 1,000 different cream cheeses. Yeah. So my older son likes different cream cheeses. Like they have a funfetti cream cheese, so I get them that.
I wouldn't know about the different cream cheese. I just know about the plain one.
Plain, yeah,
Philadelphia cream cheese.
Now, lox is salmon, right? Is lox salmon or what?
Smoked salmon.
Salmon cream cheese?
Yes.
Well, lox is just fish.
Oh,
yeah. But
like that, you'd be interested in that?
There is. You know what? There's a cream cheese. There is a cinnamon raisin cream cheese. You might like that.
There's an everything cream cheese.
Yeah.
But you like the jelly? I'm more of a marmalade kind of guy.
I hate marmalade.
You guys probably know the name. You probably know the name of the place. You know what bagel place I